Hey, what's up, you guys? My name's Emma. Today, we are going to be here for the next episode of Jibaku Shonen Hanako-kun Season 2. Now, I do apologize for how I was last episode. I was pretty here, there, everywhere. We also got that cliffhanger that threw me for a major loop. And yeah, I'm very excited to kind of just jump into the episode. If I'm being 110 with you guys, let's not stall this. Let's get started with the count of 3, 2, 1, now. I think everything's working. Rumors like these. I'm like anxious right now. Whew. Okay. Oh my god, wait, she's not. The goal was. Well, yeah. He's warm. Your thing's wrong, I have to admit. Yeah, I was gonna say that's definitely Tsukasa. Oh. Nothing could do there. It'll get mad at you. I don't think you're gonna be able to. Personally. Oh, the phone just... Oh, yeah. I like being able to see properly, but... Oh, my. Nope. 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 The door wasn't even fully opened. I agree. She did open it, but... Okay. Also, so many reflections. Oh, God. Okay. Now he's just there with the dolls. Yeah. Okay, it's just the opening, but I don't like that we're getting interrupted. I definitely like aged 10 years taking those glasses off. Oh, but yeah, no. the Mitsuba episodes in this series are lethal to me, personally. They managed to make me cry some of the most. But still, why? So we found the image of the Red House through trying to find ties with Mitsuba. Like, it could just be entirely... I don't know. I'm still stuck up on that. Like them, it's like, but why would Mitsuba have this? Though his taste in taking photos would explain having a picture of a creepy abandoned house, right? But yeah, it was... I'm just remembering the newspaper on it, like, one murder-suicide. deal in the house. Oh gosh. Your eyes. No, he's never been an ordinary kid. Ooh. He wouldn't go by that name. The hands. Yeah, but what is it? Is that smart? What if you're not able to? Yeah. What if you leave and you can't come back? Oh my gosh. Clocks on the ceiling there. Very interesting place we've stumbled across. Yeah. Oh my god, that's literally what he asked back in season 1 to between Hanako and yeah. Oh, but look at him. He's a baby. Oh, I actually feel bad. Oh. Hey. Oh my gosh, stop it. You're gonna seriously hurt yourself. I mean... Ooh, yeah. So they come in, whole family, sometimes they just get straight snatched from reality. Yeah, it's smart to be wary of him, but it's definitely not the Tsukasa we know. Yeah. No. Oh, man. Mm-hmm. I hate to do this, but I'm gonna pause and make editing a pain. Okay, going back to the episode in 3, 2, 1. There we go. Go carefully, okay? What's in the bag? Okay, I don't want to know. Hamster Wars in space. Oh my gosh. Wait. I need to go back to that jingle that faintly played in my ear. Wait. All things to, like, yeah, try to keep you here. That's a smart way to think about it. Wait! You fucking asshole! The second Ko said that, I knew this was gonna happen. You cannot play. I'm sorry. He'd have to be dating either of them to be two times. Wait. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yep. That's... Yep. Yeah, and what did Mitsuba say when he tried? Oh! Literally using his friends against him. Mm. This place is so fucked up. Mm. Can we stop? He doesn't deserve this bullshit, man. An eternal maze. That like once you're in, you're just fucked. I'm sorry, that's just I'm Ah, this place is so messed up. I that man, this actually shut me up quick. Hmm. Oh. Yeah, you have to think about that. That's what the trap wants you to do. But your mom will. You'll make any wish come true. That's a messed up stipulation. But he's not, so yeah. Yeah, I can't completely judge him on that. Yeah, we've seen nothing connected to what he's... Yeah. Oh. A little kitty. Hey, hey, handle the kitty with care. Mmm... Oh, man. Using a cicada for that? Wow, okay. The light does just blind you. Aw. Oh, is it like their birthday right now? Or... Oh my god, the bears were matching for them. Damn it. They're just four here. They're little beans. What the fuck? Yeah. Yeah, we jumped a step here. In outer space. I'm like getting so depressed. Like this is such a like cute little moment, but I'm so sad. The eyes. No. Oh no. It's literally just leading this fucking child through the house. I don't like that. The sacrifice. A child. The hole's gone. The hole's not in the... Himself for his brother. That was not 20 minutes. What do you mean? These episodes feel shorter and shorter. We're just getting started. Like, I'm sorry, oh. That caught me more off guard than last week, and last week was already bad. Okay. The curse. That's definitely... Okay, we need to talk. We need to talk. About what? I don't know. There's too many things on my mind. I'm sorry, I'm very messed up by that cliffhanger. And we still haven't found... So, let's start with our little bits of Yashiro in this episode, because there was very minimal to be had here. Sorry, my mind's like just going through a myriad of questions that I don't have answers to. So it's a little slow right now, and I'm very much so just very upset. Like, I'm happy that I keep up with this on an every week basis, because, like, waiting until all of it's out and aired is painful, and then I binge it, which is a problem. But then also, because I do this, I don't get answers, and I'm just left to stew. That, and there's just so much in this arc that I don't know. I'm having a moment over here. Okay. But the way Yashiro thinks here it's so her, but it's just hilarious. She has seen younger Amane. Oh, obviously it wasn't, it wasn't him at 4. He was definitely a little older. If I remember his build, he would be a little bit older than this. So she's seen what little kid Amane looks like. And she looks at little baby Tsukasa here, and her best assumption is descended from Hanako-kun. This is no possible, oh my god, time-space continuum. Who are you? Are you actually Tsukasa? Whereas, Ko, who's never seen any of them younger, is instantly like, Yashiro, no, that thing there, that's definitely Tsukasa. That's the brother of Hanako right there. But it is interesting too, though, that her thought instantly is to use him as like a connection and tie, because it's true that he would, in theory, from what we know, be a close indicator that could bring us to the other side. But what I don't think she realized, and none of us could realize in the moment, the minute they went in the house, they're probably already in some way linked. Right? Because we're seeing this Tsukasa who, from what we see in the episode before it ends, literally sacrificed himself type equivalent exchange for his not younger, but for his brother to get better. Like, Amane was going to die from whatever he had, you know. It was just something that they say modern medicine could not help. He was given a month max to live, which is crazy to think about. But, you know, you better not. It'll get mad at you. What is this thing? What is this absurd monster that apparently was just in the house? Was the house always cursed then, or like always haunted in a way? Like half this attachment? Because I feel like there would have been stories of the house if this was something that was occurring before they moved in, right? But it seems to have manifested itself after this incident. At least more so. That's when it became popularized. It was in a not magazine. It was in a newspaper. This whole setting here, with him just trying to tell Yashiro it's not smart to, you know, bring him out. But no, this shot, I need it one more time. Yeah, what is that? Excuse me? If you ask me, I just die. That was my response. I'd just go silent. And it's outside the door, and that's just its fucking eye. Is it this, like, giant entity, or just something that takes up all of this space? Because the second she cracked open that door, it just reached in and got her. Like, she had no chance of even, like, opening it fully to show him what the outside world looked like. And I'm just trying to think. We see Tsukasa here, right? Playing with things, seemingly trapped here. But while we saw the shadows when he said the people who came in here before you, they're still here, They were just shadows. They weren't actually defined people. Is Tsukasa special in this moment, or is he specifically the one being shown, given the relationship amongst Yashiro and Ko with, you know, Amane? It seems interesting that we would happen to run into Tsukasa, given that this entity seems to like to kidnap people into this tireless maze. So, yeah, because, yeah, she gets taken, and he's left in here in the doll room, but where are we going to find her? What is she going through in this moment while we're busy trying to find her? Right? I have so many questions. This is not one where I have a bunch to say. It just really got me thinking. It is the real thing. I'm just now given a bunch of room to just ask questions, and that's what I want to do, more than speak of it. Because genuinely, the Tsukasa here, which is why Ko's rough treatment here is a little much. I don't blame Ko. Ko, you know, he doesn't know anything, and the Tsukasa he knows legit took Mitsuba in an awful way. So, aggression, understandable. And you gotta be careful with the current circumstances of everything to begin with, but that's why I warned her I'm not allowed out of this place. Of course, he would get mad at her for trying to take me away. But it's not mad at you, so you can walk out the door and go home. I'm glad Ko thought about it. What if the second Ko left, he turned around and the house just fucking wasn't there? That seems like something that would happen in this moment. But then, it sucks, man. Ko's going through the ringer. You know, we have Akane and Yashiro going through separation and loss right now, and they're fighting desperately to, you know, bring Aoi back, and then also for Yashiro to see Hanako again. But we've had Mitsuba's situation going on, and it seems like the show right now is really just throwing it all in Ko's face. Just the finality of it all, and then, like, this new concept with... we know what, when I'm saying Mitsuba now, it's number 3. His prestigious role, but because it is an interesting place, and seeing little kid Tsukasa, I will admit, I felt bad when Ko initially was like, nope, I'm not gonna hold hands with you, and just left him to absolutely stumble and run into everything and anything known to man. But yeah, this house just takes them, like, no criteria, necessarily. Like, as in, like, no MO. Just, if you're in this house, you're possibly going to be a victim of the house. It will take you. Type of deal. But yeah, the fact that it literally is just listening to his desires, trying to lure him in, kind of make the place what he wants. Because literally he's like, oh, some legendary weapon that'll let me rescue Senpai quick. And then legendary sword of rescuing Senpai quick. Eternal warranty. What a beautiful warranty. Thank you. Thank you. I wouldn't have accepted this gift if it wasn't for the warranty. But... because it started with this harmless stuff at first, but then, you know, that's not working. It's not really luring him in. So the house very quickly goes, okay, so food, this weapon you just talked about, not enough, and then you go and try it, challenge it by saying, show me all my heart's desires for all I care. Instantly shoving fucking, I'll ignore everything. And then you just shove Mitsuba in his face, you fucking assholes. Twice, by the way. You shove both Mitsubas in his face. Like an asshole. And what sucks is he does get lonely. And like, Mitsuba is confused. He didn't know what was happening either. He was ripped away from Ko right as everything was happening. But this isn't him. As much as we want it to be. Do you love him? Listen here, little baby Tsukasa. It's obvious. No. He really does just give off the Tsukasa we know energy. Just more innocent. I'm not saying that the Tsukasa we got to meet isn't actually just innocently horrifying, but I'm just saying him being a little tiny baby here. And so far, you know, without the literal capacity to murder, it gives a different vibe to it. Same statements, just different energy. Don't know why. It just is. The fucking house is playing it up so much. But no. Become an apparition and stay with me forever. I believe in you. But no, there's just this. In the way it's said. Doesn't believe in me one bit. Sure, he doesn't. But this. You're the one who wants to hear me say it. So it's like, you're saying that he would never say that, which we don't know. Maybe Mitsuba does. He's definitely going to be trying to. But it's the fact that that's something that he deeply wants to hear. He wants to know that Mitsuba is relying on him, believes in him, and has faith, and all that. But then this, like, using his friends, using his brother, but when that, using fucking Hanako here, but then when all of that goes and fails, you fucking open the door. I was glad to have you as a friend, you fucking... Yeah, it's giving him everything but Yashiro in the moment. But the second he says, I just want to save Yashiro, it's going through these hallways, but that's when he notices the cracked open door, and straight inside right away is his fucking mom. What, like, no. And apparently, yeah, this house functions on literally eye for an eye, so you want this person, well, this person has to go, type ideal. Apparently. Obviously, it might not specifically just be people, it might be things as well, but we've been seeing the extremes of it, which has literally been a life for a life. So, yeah, it goes and shows him his mom, who sadly departed back when he was young, hence why he's an amazing chef. But this house is just such low blows. It's genuinely doing every tactic possible. And of course, like, you know, at the time, you're all like, we know this is fake, right? Like, that thought's going on in our minds. It's definitely going on in Ko's mind. But also, it's been so long since he's been able to see his mom, hear his mom, and then comes up, just pats him on the head, asks him if everything's okay. Just, I can only imagine how that would feel. Right? Just knowing it can't physically be true, but having it in front of you, even if it's an illusion, just makes you hope for a split second. Just wish for that reality. Yeah, little guest. Do you love your mom? And then that's when he goes and explains that if you go through that door, she won't come back. In exchange for a sacrifice, it will make any wish come true. The look on his face here when he's going down and, like, messing with the mat there. Only people with wishes they want granted come here. Oh, just little him. Yeah, like going, it would have been so much easier if Hanako had just been an evil spirit. But there was more to him than that. That wasn't just the simple fact. Yeah, calling out Tsukasa here. Just going out and playing by himself, seeing things that his brother wants, but coming in to having to grow up in this situation, right? So, you know, if we're seeing, like, I believe we're seeing what actually was going on at the time, but I'm gonna speak in hypotheticals just to keep that open. But it's like, if this is truly how it is, to grow up in a house where, you know, in this case they're twins, so, you know, same age and everything, but, like, you know, your brother's just always sickly and seems to be getting worse and worse and worse. You always have the doctor over. And then also, from the updates, based off how this isn't the first time that the doctor explained that medicine's just not cutting it, knowing that nothing's going to be able to help your brother, and if it just keeps going on, you're just hearing that he's going to no longer be with you. While you may not understand everything, you're not stupid, right? You pick up on things, maybe your understanding isn't completely 100% there, but you're not dumb. And so, unfortunately, apparently, it just led to what seems to be Tsukasa making a deal with a literal demon, in this case, really. Yes, it's an apparition, but I wonder, did it call out to him before this? I imagine maybe we'll get to know more. Maybe we will see more about this specific pact before he went missing. Maybe. I don't know. Because at some point, right now he's still smiling, but that could just be him waiting it out, you know. Still just, like, listening in. It's the norm to have the doctor around. Yes, this particular conversation seems to be very messed up, very dark, like a month at best if you don't let him really do anything. And all of that, but when did the deal get made? Because clearly the house had to have, once tensions got high, had to have talked to him, called out to him. Which would mean that the house had to have been quote-unquote cursed from the beginning. It's just this incident was the biggest, which is the only reason why it was ever, like, discovered, noted down. But then, yeah, see, look at him. They made it to their birthday. 1959 and the 25th of November. Well, I guess if they turn 4 too, we have their actual birth date right there. They talked in sync, and I hate photos and all that. Like, watching this, right, you get the air of, it's like a nice little heartwarming moment. It's like, oh, he seems to be doing better, and, you know, they get to celebrate their birthday together. But at the same time, clearly, things were wrong. So I was just watching this, and while I was, like, probably smiling, and, like, I felt some, like, little joy, I was also just sad. Hearing him too talk about all the things he want to do. We, like, obviously we know the future, both of them are gone. So, instantly, you hear him talking about the things he wants to do now that he can, and then just knowing he didn't get to do any of those. It just makes it sad, but him tackling him, do you love me? And this is the you just want to confirm, it's like, do you love me? And then you have him in his own way just give him affection, mess with his cheeks, do his thing, but then says, of course. And then that's when the house demands the sacrifice. It's like this one final moment of confirmation, knowing it's all worth it, and then going through with it. Right? And then you just have Amane coming through, just wanting to see his brother. He now that he can finally do things with his brother and run around without, like, worry of imminent death, effectively. It's just this fucking smile not showing his eyes. Everything about this is so fucked. And he just opens the door with a smile and his brother's not there. No one's there. And he's just like, my wish already came true with... Look at his face! I'm gonna cry. It's like my wish already came true. Okay. Like I said, I have more questions and more, like, just wanting to rewatch this 1,000 times type of deal. A really big intro episode to probably some more stuff down the line, because we do have Yashiro, who is deliberately, like, fully dragged in, and usually on her side we get to see further into the story, we get to, a lot more details. So Ko here is definitely going to be getting maybe some crash course into it. Though, I mean, we are questioning, in this moment, probably still mentally, a 4-year-old Tsukasa. I don't know how much he's gonna get. Next episode's gonna be interesting. I really want it, like, right now, this instant. It does look like it's gonna, at least for sure, start to cover immediately after Tsukasa's disappearance. That's what I can assume from the look, the like darkened, clouded look of Amane with his mom at a place that could be a shrine or could be something else as well. I have two ideas. I'm just saying one out loud, the other one not. But yeah, another rough episode for Ko. Though I do think things are only gonna get a lot more. Serious isn't the right word, because it's been serious for quite a while. But it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be really, really rough. And, yeah, I don't know how ready I am for that. But again, with that being said, sorry, my discussion of the episode's probably not as all crazy and in-depth as I usually do. I don't know, something about this episode just felt like really big prep, really big lead into the next one, and so it's so much setup that I'm more just like here with going with the flow and just waiting it out. It was still really good drops with the stuff with Amane, like him being so sick that literally modern medicine at the time, it's just like he basically would have been gone. And that, like, him recovering is some mysterious miracle, when in actuality we know it had something to do with an apparition that apparently had strong enough ties to literally grant him life, but then ended up taking Tsukasa. It's all a lot, and definitely mysterious, and I would love to know more, because I'd love to meet this apparition and punch him in the throat. I'm happy Amane got to live longer, you know. It's so sad to think that, you know, be it poor constitution or just some illness he had, literally threatened to take him away at such a young age. But then also, it's like you get better mysteriously, miraculously. You finally get to do things. You can hang out with your, like, you know, your brother, you know, all of this stuff that you weren't allowed to do, you could do now. And suddenly your brother's just gone. He just vanished. Like, just the confusion and shit that's probably going on there as well. Those parents probably had a fucking absolute horrible nightmare for the rest of their life. Yeah, it's very interesting. Because I'm trying to think of what ultimately came from this. Because he's still here at 4. But we know, from the Tsukasa we know, that he was killed by Amane. There's so much at play. I need to know more. And I don't even think that stuff gets... I want it to get covered here, but I don't know. You see what I mean? I'm supposed to be ending the video, and I proceeded to start talking about different things I'm thinking about. I just... all with little baby Tsukasa smiling at me. But again, let's all theorize in the comment section below. If you like the video, give it a like. If you want to get notified of my funny little videos, please subscribe. You don't have to. It's, you know, just, it's there for reference. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the next episode. I'm sorry. I know a lot. I imagine that for people who haven't seen any of the manga here, some of this is pretty crazy stuff. I knew about Hanako being very sickly because I had read some of the manga. Like I said, I had up to a decent bit of the Picture Perfect arc, and then I had, at the time, occasionally been checking in with updates on the chapters, so I didn't fully read things through, but I did know some things, and this one in particular was one of them. And now I've sat here so long, we can say hello to Sakura, who we still know nothing about. But, yeah. That's a good enough little distraction, I guess. Yeah. I hope you all have a great day or night, whatever the heck you're watching this, and I will see you guys in the next episode that will probably hurt me more. But yeah, I do hope you all enjoyed. Till next time. Bye-bye.